Good day, it is August 17th, and today we continue in Judges 17, 17, and Proverbs 17. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. To begin, Judges 17, starting in verse 7. One day, a young Levite who had been living in Bethlehem in Judah arrived in the area. 8. He had left Bethlehem in search of another place to live, and as he traveled, he came to the hill country of Ephraim. He happened to stop at Micah's house as he was traveling through. Verse 9. Where are you from? Micah asked him. He replied, I am a Levite from Bethlehem in Judah, and I am looking for a place to live. Verse 10. Stay here with me, Micah said, and you can be a father and a priest to me. I will give you 10 pieces of silver a year, plus a change of clothes and your food. 11. The Levite agreed to this, and the young man became like one of Micah's sons. Okay, Micah had stolen his mom's money, 1,100 silver pieces. Mom made a idol out of it, and some of it went to making his ephod and other household items. But they're all supposed to have been dedicated to Yahweh, and it appears they were. Verse 7. One day a young Levite who had been traveling in been living in Bethlehem in Judah arrived in the area. Bethlehem was the center for Levites then. Was that Bethlehem I said, or was it Judah? Let's take a look. Bethlehem was the center for Levites. Verse 8. He had left Bethlehem in search of another place to live. And as he traveled, he came to the hill country of Ephraim. He happened to stop at Micah's house as he was traveling through. So he's just looking for basically a job. Verse 9. Where are you from? Micah asked him. He replied, I am a Levite from Bethlehem in Judah. I am looking for a place to live. Just looking for a home like the good old boll weevil. 10. Stay here with me, Micah said, and you can be a father and a priest to me. I will give you 10 pieces of silver a year, plus a change of clothes and your food. The father would be honorary title for the priest. He says, look, I need a priest. You're a priest. You're looking for a job. We can work things out. Verse 11. The Levite agreed to this, and the young man became like one of Micah's sons. So he agreed, and they grew close together. We'll find out how close in a little bit. Verse 17. Better is a dry morsel and quietness therein than a house full of feasting with strife. Yes, peace and quiet, even with just a little bit, is better than fighting and strife, and no matter how much food you have there. 2. A servant that dealeth wisely shall have rule over a son that dealeth shamefully, and shall have part of the inheritance among the brethren. 3. The refining pot is for silver, and the furnace for gold, but Yahweh trieth the hearts. Yeah, God tries your heart. He tries to get the impurities out of your hearts. And this can be very stressful. 4. An evildoer giveth heed to wicked lips, and a liar giveth ear to a mischievous tongue. 5. Whoso mocketh the law, mocketh the poor, blasphemeth his maker. In other words, you make fun of the poor, you are making fun of God. And he that is glad at calamity shall not be unpunished. And don't be glad at any kind of calamity. They deserved it, or whatever. No, they don't. 6. Children's children are the crown of old men, and the glory of children are their fathers. 7. Overbearing speech becometh not a churl, much less do lying lips a prince. A churl is one who enjoys petty meanness. Be like a person in the grocery line. Let's say he has 2 full baskets, and he rushes ahead to get ahead of the person with one item. That sort of thing. He's entitled to it, don't get me wrong, but that's the kind of petty meanness they get, the person they are. 8. The gift is a precious stone in the eyes of him that hath it. Whitherso returneth, he prospereth. Yeah, this is bribes, and he's going to be looking for bribes all over the place. 9. He that covereth the transgression seeketh love, But he that harpeth on the matter estrangeth a familiar friend. Yeah, you'll be going, remember when you crashed my car? Kid, dude, that was like 10 years ago. Yeah, but I remember. 10. A rebuke entereth deeper in a man of understanding than 100 stripes into a fool. 11. A rebellious man seeketh only evil. Therefore a cruel messenger should be sent against him. 12. Let a bear robbed of her whelps meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. 13. Whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house. There's a saying, and I'm going to say it every time I get a chance. If you reward evil for evil, you're being beast-like. In other words, you hit me, I'll hit you. If you reward good for good, you're being human. Because you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. If you reward evil for good, you're being demonic. Because someone does you good, you're doing him bad. That's very evil and demonic. But if you reward good for someone who does you evil, you're being godly. Let us be godly. 14. The beginning of strife is with one lets out water. Therefore leave off contention before the quarrel breaks out. In other words, while it's still small, walk away. Like that Dutch boy who put his finger in the dike, stopping the little leak before it became a bigger leak and destroyed the dike. If you're old enough to know that story. If you're young, you might want to have to look it up. 15. He that justifies the wicked and condemneth the righteous, even they are both an abomination to Yahweh. Yet judge rightly. 16. Wherefore is a price in the hand of a fool to buy wisdom, seeing he hath no understanding. Yep, you buy all the books you want. You buy them books, you send them to school, and all they do is going to chew on the covers. 17. A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. 18. A man void of understanding is he that striketh hands, and becomes surety in the presence of his neighbor. Basically, co-signing is bad. 19. He loveth transgression and loveth strife, and he exalteth his gate, seeketh destruction. 20. He that has a froward heart findeth no good, and he that has a perverse tongue shall fall into evil. 21. He that begetteth a fool does it to his own sorrow, and he that the father of a churl has no joy. 22. A merry heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. 23. A wicked man taketh a gift out of his bosom to pervert the ways of justice. This is bribery. 24. Wisdom is before him that hath understanding, but the eyes of a fool are in the ends of the earth. 25. A foolish son is a vexation to his father, and bitterness to her that bore him. 26. To punish also the righteous is not good, nor to strike a noble for their uprightness. 27. He that spareth his words hath knowledge, and he that husbandeth his spirit is a man of discernment. And 28. Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is accounted wise, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. There's a saying in the world, better to be quiet and thought a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.